with Assassin's Creed Origins. In my opinion, this is a top 10 when it comes to getting 100% completion, platinum trophy, or just basically getting everything done in the video game. So we're going to start off with number 10, an achievement. I think it has to do with trinkets and selling them to either the weavers or the merchants. But you have to sell 100 at one time to the either the weaver or the blacksmith. That's who it is. So as long as you have an accumulated total of 100, here I'll show you. Tried to build up enough amount, so you have to actually sit here and count out this amount here. So you'll go along this and you'll count all those out, and when you end up actually selling them to the merchant, it comes out to be like 10,000 gold. So I think right here is around like 60 maybe. Yeah, I think it was like, because I counted last night and it was around like 50 something. So you want to make sure before you sell all your unnecessary items to the shop that you have 100 before you do that. So as you're playing through the game, just avoid selling your unnecessary items and just save up until you have 100. So that's going to take us on to number 9, and that's going to be when it comes to your gear, and that's dismantle everything. You want to dismantle everything that you get. Just besides, see right here, I'm not going to use that. If it's rare, it's going to give me 2 iron and 5 bronze. It's always going to give me 5 bronze. And if it's, see, I'm going to keep that. You always want to keep one of each, if anything, and you want to keep the strongest of each. So right here, I tend to hold on to my legendary. That's the gold, but the legendary will give up some good resources. So make sure when you're collecting your bows, shields, melee weapons, anything like that, you're always dismantling that along the way, because that's really going to help out when it comes to your crafting later on. See, right now I've gotten everything maxed out, and you know, I'm here at level 39, and I still have a little bit left to go, but I've gotten everything maxed out and everything ready to go, and I'm just before level 40, and as far as I know, that's the level cap until the you know, until it gets increased. It may be level 50, but I'll be letting you all know just as soon as I do. And that's going to bring us to number 8. So when it comes to going to stores or anything like that, you're going to want to avoid buying anything besides resources and anything like mainly you're just going to want to buy things that's going to benefit your craft. You don't want to buy weapons, because I found the shield. Now I did get the season pass, and that did give me this axe. So I have used this a good bit, but there is weapons that I could use without, you know, actually right here, the sword. I've collected that. That's actually better than the swords you get at the end of the game. And I think that's just the Golden Wolf. I think that's what it's called. And I found that just from a random fort. So anyways, you don't have to buy weapons. You don't have to worry about getting anything like that. So just mainly focus on buying resources and anything like that, because the quicker you get that, that's mainly what all you're going to use your money for. Now, if you're like me and you like style, I'm all about the outfits in this game. Now there's some good outfits, and there's a lot of just, you know, regular outfits, you know what I'm saying? So you have your legendary, your rare, and your common outfits. So each of them can range from either 750 gold to 5,000 gold, and I actually made the mistake in buying the same one twice, and I had to pay for it by looking at that number 2 for the rest of my life. So anyways, like I said, only buy the resources, and that's for number 8. So number 7, you're going to want to utilize your ability points as much as possible, okay? Because when it comes to later in the game, you want to be strong and able to take on some very difficult enemies. And the chain assassination, let's see, where's that at? It's a very, very effective one. I'm trying to find it. There we go, the chain throw, okay? So this allows you, once you attack an enemy, you can unsheath their weapon, and then it's a one-hit kill to another enemy. See, I like to focus on, you know, hand-to-hand combat. It, you know, once I've scoped everything out, I like to, you know, get in there and just get the job done. But you always want to make sure you're using your ability points wisely. Make sure you're accumulating them and keeping them up, because there is some things that cost like 1, 2, and 3. So you want to make sure you're saving up wisely. Let's see. Let's go ahead and like I said, when it came to combat earlier, we're scoping things out. Number 6 is going to be, you're going to want to use Sinew to your advantage. See right here, this is just in a regular setting. I'm in a town. This is an enemy right here. So he's got, you can tell right there, he's got bronze on him. But I think I have like, after you've crafted all your things, you end up collecting buttloads of bronze. I think I have like 400 or 500 bronze. So I don't really necessarily need that right now, but always use Sinew to your advantage, especially when it comes to an enemy territory. He can basically tell you exactly where everyone's at, and that's just that's the eagle vision of this game. And there is abilities that actually allow Sinew to even more distract enemies, so you can actually get in and get the quick kill. So he does have a lot of perks. He lets you spot all the loot in the area. Let's see, right there. Okay, see there's 2 treasure chests over there. Okay, just like that. There's one right there. We can go over here. It's underneath. But see, you might actually see, it lets you know that there's a passageway over there as well. So it lets you know basically everything you need to know around the area. And
an abandoned tomb.
How about this? Well, I guess we'll do this while we're doing the top 10. Well, number 5 is going to be along the way playing the game. You're going to want to collect as many synchronization spots as possible, because that's going to help when it comes to fast traveling later in the game. So you want to collect as many synchronization spots as possible, so after you complete the main quest and everything and you're trying to patch the holes, you can just kind of warp over there and you can be done with it all. So always keep in mind that the fast travel is the best way to go once you've already got the synchronization spots. So you do have to to travel there one time, and then after that you can you can be gone.
These goods must be stolen. A fertility talisman.
That's gonna bring us to number 4. Every time you see a side quest, go ahead and it's gonna come up as an exclamation mark, especially when you pop up in a town. You want to go ahead and go over there and activate it, and you want to start the quest. And once you've started the quest, you actually don't want to do anything more with it. You just want to go ahead and move on, because I'm going to be getting on to the next thing I'm going to say later on the list. But you want to go ahead. And collect all the side. Collect all the side quests you can along the way, because right now I think I have like 20 saved up, and once I get just about everything defogged and everything, which I only have one more region I haven't been to. I think that's the Qatar. That's the big one right there in the middle. So after I do that, I'm gonna just patch the holes in.
Get out of my way! Get out of the way!
Alrighty, so coming up almost on the 9-minute mark, we're gonna go and hit number 3 up while we're right here. Number 3 is gonna be every time you arrive, upon a new location, you want to go ahead and do everything it has to offer, because there's no reason to not to, really, because this game doesn't really push you, to get things done. You can actually do things at your own leisure. So you can look, and all right here, it puts little check marks besides the things you've done. So every time you go to once I came to Memphis, I tried to basically do everything, get all the synchro spots. I think I only have like maybe 10 synchronization spots left out of okay, so I started over here with the pyramids of Giza, right there. Went up. You see, I only have one Phylic left, I think. Yep. So, anyways, upon location, you want to go ahead and complete, every location, because it's just gonna be a nightmare coming back to haunt you. So you want to go ahead and take care of that, and that's gonna help out when it comes to the 100% because I think one of the trophies is complete all objectives and locations. So that's gonna be the probably the longest one it's gonna take to do, and that's gonna bring us to number 2. Differing from the longest thing to do is probably going to be the quickest thing you want to do is breeze through the main story, because the main story, you know, it's good, and I mean it has, you know, kind of a, you know, slap you in the face kind of ending, but you know, heck, what Assassin's Creed doesn't? And you want to go ahead and breeze as fast as you can through the main story, because and at the same time, like I said, with number 4, you want to go ahead and collect every side quest you see along the way. So you'll be seeing a whole bunch as you come through towns as it takes you through the main story. So you just want to pick up on those things. So after you're done with the main story, you'll go ahead and have a good amount of weapons. You know, it does give you actually a pretty decent sword, and it does you do level up enough through the main story that you know, you can, you know, be able to just basically play through the game, you know, I found. And so I think the max you had to be able to, there's not really an end boss of anything. There's one kind of tough guy you fight at the end, and then you got to get past like a wave of enemies, and then it triggers a cutscene, and that's the finish of the game. I won't spoil anything, but you have to be, I think level 35 is the toughest you'll have to be, to, you know, to face any enemies, you know, when it comes to the main storyline. So that's gonna bring us all the way to number 1, and as crazy as it's gonna sound, if you're trying to complete everything, go for a platinum trophy like I am. I should have started earlier, but what you're gonna want to do is take advantage. Let's see if I can find it for you. But there's these red urns around the map, and you'll find them in forts and everything like that. And what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to shoot with a flaming arrow. Yeah, well, as soon as, like, I recommend just as soon as you get the ability to, you know, to have the flaming bow, take advantage of every time you infiltrate a fort. If you see these red jars or urns, you actually have to shoot them by enemies, and you have to accumulate 30 kills. And I think it's a silver trophy, but I can guarantee you that's probably one of the most difficult trophies, just because, you know, at this point in the game, all my enemies are level 30 something, and I could do the thing where you can actually go to the settings. Let's see, you can go to menu. You can actually turn the auto level off. I think it's right here. So that means the enemies won't level up with you, and you can actually turn the normal to easy difficulty, and that has nothing to do with the disabling or enabling trophies. It has, you know, difficulty settings, which luckily have nothing to do with that. But yeah, I don't know. In my mind, I just kind of want to do it straight up. So I'm gonna just I think if I had to put a number on it, I've probably gotten up to like 15, 20 if I'm lucky. But I'm just trying my best to get it right now. So, you know, if you want to look back through that top 10, you know, always keep those 10 tips in mind. The estimated platinum for this game is 50 to 70 hours. So, I've just got on the first half of 50 hours. I just hit that. So I'm just before, you know, I think I'm about 3 trophies away from platinum. I think it's the jars, the completing all the locations, and then I forget the last one, but and then the platinum trophy. So I'm pretty close, and these are the tips I'm sticking with to keep me going. This is something I've come up with, strategies I'd like to share with y'all as you guys you know, progress through the game. See, I've already purchased that. I don't even know why it's there. You don't really need any more crafting materials after. Like, if anything, I've contemplated selling all mine back, but I don't know if they're going to add anything that's craftable in the new DLCs. So right now, I'm just going to hold on to it, because at the same time, I really don't need to spend any money on anything. I might be investing in a chariot as soon as I can get the ability for it, but that's another story anyways. But anyways, guys, that's the top 10, you know, the tips I've cooked up. I hope you guys can take these and, you know, kind of find them helpful, you know, see some use in them. And I'd like to hear some feedback, hear your, you know, comments, you know, below. Either way, go ahead and drop a like. Ouch, that kind of hurt. Go ahead and drop a like below, and make sure to subscribe and share. I appreciate y'all stopping by, and this is going to be Mr. Quantum signing off.